Well, good morning, everyone. Another magnificent day here on Fort Myers Beach. We are truly blessed. And I think I'm dressed wrong for the day. I thought about maybe coming down a little less casual, but I have to go to Orlando, so I'm going from heaven to hell after this and stuff like that. So anyhow, I want to thank everybody truly for being here this morning, for attending this much anticipated event. We're here to celebrate, obviously, the completion of Estero Boulevard, the improvement project. I'd like to take a moment to recognize a few that were involved in this project for a long time. I got my fellow commissioners here, Cecil Pendergrass and Brian Hammond. Unfortunately, Frank Mann and Kevin Ruane cannot make it, but certainly send the regards. I want to offer a special welcome to Paula Kiker. Paula championed this project along with her former husband, Larry, who passed and was my predecessor. And between what I've heard about the good things with Larry and what Paul was able to pass on, I thank you very much, and it's been very helpful to my wife and myself. Want to Roger DeLeger, our county manager, who tries to keep us all on track every day, which is not an easy task. I have the Honorable Mayor of Fort Myers Beach. Where'd he go? Ray Murphy. My new son-in-law, his name is Kelly, and so I called the mayor and said, how do you, I'm this Irish-Italian thing. He said, I'll send you the notes. So anyhow.
A lot of them, Ray, too.
I also want to mention the Fort Myers Beach Town Council, Rexanne, Dan Allers, Jim Adderhall, Bill Leveach. Bill just got back from skiing, so we're taking some notes on that, and very much enjoy working with all of them and with the mayor, and the mayor will speak a little bit later. Unfortunately, the sheriff, Carmen Marcino, who takes care of us every day, couldn't be here. We got Captain Jim Labor and Lieutenant Mark Benville. So, Sheriff. I got a note from former Mayor Anita Saracita yesterday. She wanted to be here. She's going through some tests for, I think, knee surgery. So if she limps in here, let me know, but I don't anticipate seeing her. We also had representatives from Rick Scott's office, Congressman Byron Donald's office, and Ray Rodriguez's office. I haven't seen them yet, but if they're here, they're welcome to say hello. And I think this is emblematic of the interest we've seen in Southwest Florida, and certainly in this project here. One of my favorite people at the beach is Jackie Lezak, wherever Jackie is and stuff like this. I always talk to her as the heart of the beach. I thought I could run pretty hard, but I can't keep up with Jackie. So if there's, we also have our fire chief, Ron Martin. Ron's not too hard to spot, you know. Between Ron and Cecil, man, I'm running behind the big offensive line and stuff like that. Board Chair Larry Wood. Larry is here. Larry, how are you? And Fire Commissioner Jim Nickel, stuff like that. To all our first responders, thank you very much for what you do every day for all of us. It's much appreciated. So let me briefly take you through the task that that this ended up in. This project was actually slated for 10 years. It was done in 7, and probably not fast enough, but it was a priority for the county. Good cooperation, you know, certainly with Fort Myers Beach and the town council and everything, and great contractors, and it got done early. I got a call one day, and they said, Commissioner, the road looks great, but we have a problem now. I go, well, what's the problem now? People are going too fast. I said, well, that I can't control, but I want to encourage everybody. It is a great road. Be careful out there, because we've got a lot more activity. This was a really formidable undertaking. This is our main road, as you all know, and it's very confined. My son actually works in Colorado and builds infrastructure. When I saw this for the first time, I thought, this is really complicated, especially with residences on both sides and contractors and everything. So it was, it was a project, a quality of life project for our residents, for our hotels and businesses, and certainly for our many visitors. Structurally, it required a new and efficient drainage system. I spoke at Nervous Nelly's one day, the day before it rained hard, and I thought, if I go down there and I'm up to my knees in water, this is not going to go well. But fortunately, it was dry, and it showed that the team could really deliver on this. Sidewalks. I saw Jim Adderall this morning, he said, I walk down here, how nice to have sidewalks on both sides, 11 miles, and of sidewalks and stuff. So be careful, be courteous to one another, whether it's people walking, whether it's biking, so on and so forth. We've got turn lanes on much of the corridor. Safety improvements, we've got a little bit of work to do there, but it's getting closer to where we want to see the end game. Lead-Tran, they are so important to moving people down here in this confined space, and doing a great job of how we move things around, how we move people safely, and I want to thank Lead-Tran and their staff. I have a connection there because, well, I'm not going to go there. My assistant, her husband is the guy with Lead-Tran, so keep that in mind. I try to ride my bike almost every morning, and it means a lot to me. I saw an article this morning where somebody's driving through all 50 states, and I thought, that's pretty aggressive. And he said he's lost 30 pounds already. I thought, well, maybe I should try that, And he said, all you have to do is get on the bike, ride for 8 hours a day, and you can do the same thing. I thought, well, that's probably not going to happen, so it is what it is. But it's such an important part of the quality of life here, whether you're walking, whether you're on a bike. Just please, again, be safe. We've got some turn lanes that will help. So in bringing all that together, so it's nothing that time, patience, expertise, and $80 million can deliver. So thanks to everybody. The second biggest guy in the crowd here is my fellow commissioner, Cecil Pendergrass. And Cecil's been with this project, for a long time. I'd like Cecil to come up and say a few words, and then followed by Brian.
Thank you. Good morning, and thanks for being here. Isn't it great to live in Florida, in Lee County, Florida, of any places? Yeah. So I just want to say thank you for all the residents and the business owners for your patience this last 8 years. It's been a long time, but it's been definitely worth it. I'd like to thank all the staff that brought this forward. Our staff worked so hard on. We have our DOT staff. I know Dave Loveman's here from Community Development, Randy Searchy and Rob Price are our DOT staff. Howard Wheeler's here from Christelle. Christelle, thank you for a great job done here. And like Ray said, this is an amazing job to being down here. It's such a tight area to work in with the residential and the businesses and all the visitors here every year. So thank you for your patience. It's been an unbelievable project. And I just want to say thank you to Fort Myers Beach. Congratulations to the town of Fort Myers Beach. Mayor, great work with you and your council.
Brian?
Well, good morning, Fort Myers Beach. Isn't it a great morning to be at the beach? There really are no bad mornings out here, though, are there? I'm Brian Hammond. I'm a county commissioner from District 4, and I just want to start the same way Commissioner Pendergrass did. Thank you so much to the residents of Fort Myers Beach and the businesses for being patient and working with us through this 7-year process. And I hope what you now see at the end of the day was worth the wait, because I tell you, it was, wasn't it? One only has to look at the drive from the bridge down to this restaurant to see the benefits of this road. Obviously the drainage, which you'll see on a rainy day during the summer, the sidewalks, the bike paths, the fact that people are able to get up and down the beach in what I think is probably the most efficient manner, the bikes and the walking here on Fort Myers Beach, but also do it safely with the cars while they continue to travel and get on their way too. I think this is a tremendous opportunity, and I think the number one person who we've already recognized today, who needs to be recognized again, though, is Commissioner Larry Kiker. I got on the board in October of 2013, and this was the dream of Commissioner Larry Kiker to see this happen. Paula, it's so awesome that you're here today, and I know Larry would be proud. I know he's proud looking down on us today at this, and so this is one of those days where, as a county commissioner, is probably one of the most rewarding days to be in office, to see you all enjoying something that we worked so hard on for 7 years, and I hope there are many more years of enjoyment to come. Thank you all.
And the only other Irishman that I know is the mayor. Mr. Mayor, we'd love to have your thoughts, and thank you for your cooperation, for you, your council, for the neighbors, and please.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome. Not good morning, great morning. It's a great morning on Fort Myers Beach. So I welcome all of you here today, in particular the county commissioners. Gentlemen, thanks for being here. your staff, Roger, all the department heads that have been mentioned already, Randy Searchy and your gang. And of course, I have to reiterate what the commissioners have already said about Larry Kiker. Paula, as you well know, and as we all know down here on the beach, Larry was not a commissioner first. He was a town councilman on Fort Myers Beach and a mayor. So it was Mayor Kiker that was elected to the county commission, and yes, it was his dream to do this boulevard out here and get these repairs made, and he got it done. So he was able to work with the gentleman on the board at the time and get this project through, and here we are today. Here we are today. So again, thank you, Paula. I have to tell you, gentlemen and staff and everybody else, that the road is great. I mean, not only does the boulevard drain in the summertime now, we have a dry boulevard out there, but it's also a fantastic boulevard for parades. We've had 2 parades here in the past couple of weeks, and it's been a pleasure. It's a nice wide boulevard, lots of room for people on the sides, and we're thoroughly enjoying it so far. So thank you very much. I'd like to thank a few other people here that are gathered this morning. Again, to you, the county commissioners, thank you so much for your cooperation. Our District 3 Commissioner, our local commissioner, Ray Sandelli, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Cecil, Chairman, and of course, Commissioner Brian Hammond. Thank you very much. And to Frank and Kevin who aren't here today. I'd also like to recognize our town council members that are here today. Vice Mayor Rexanne Hossafrost is here. Councilman Bill Veach. Councilman Jim Adderholt. Jim, where are you? You're over here somewhere. There you are, right there. And Councilman Allers couldn't make it this morning. And of course, our town manager, Roger Hernstad, is here, who worked closely with the county on this project all the way through. Not only it wasn't all county project. We also, the town's portion of it was the stormwater maintenance and drainage and so forth, and that was a very big part of the project as well. I'd like to thank Rob Phelan from the Lee County, who was our man. Where are you, Rob? Rob, you ran a great job. This was Rob Phelan's job, and Rob was dutiful to report to us every month at the town council and give us the status updates. And he was patient with us with the criticisms and so forth, and he got a great job done. Also, in those meetings was Darren Brown. I saw Darren earlier. Darren's here, another one of the contractors who did a fantastic job out here, and we appreciate your efforts, Darren. And of course, I couldn't go on without mentioning Kay Molnar. Kay is here. Kay was our person here that, with her refresh boulevard, anything that went wrong out here, anybody that had a complaint, anybody that had a question, she was the clearinghouse for the whole project, and she did a fantastic job. And she also reported us on the council level monthly, and we appreciate all your efforts, Kay. Thanks so much. I couldn't go on this morning without thanking the contractors. You guys are the ones that get it done out here. So I want to thank all of you general contractors, subcontractors, but in particular, I want to thank the workers, the guys that were out here in these ditches, digging these ditches and laying this pipe and getting down in here in our heat, in our rain, in our cold. I mean, these guys were unbelievable, and they did a fantastic job, and I want to make sure they get recognized. So thank you all very much. Also, while we're thanking these guys, is the flagmen. The flagmen here on this project. They were fantastic. They were fantastic. They kept us safe, and they let us through, and they did it with good humor, and they did a great job. And so if Squeaky is here, he was my friend out there. Is that you back there, Squeak? Hey, no, he's not here. All right. Well, those were my guys out there, and they did a fantastic job. So I thank all of you. And lastly, I want to thank mostly the people of Fort Myers Beach. Ray has already alluded to it, but I just want to say that it was because of your patience. This was a long project. We've never endured anything quite like this before down here on the beach. I've been here a long time. We've never had a project like this before. It was comprehensive, it was long, but you were patient, and you hung in there, and you waited, and here it is, and we're rejoicing today. So I thank all the people on Fort Myers Beach for their patience and for hanging in there, and now we can enjoy this boulevard that has been provided for us. So thanks so much for your patience. And lastly, I just want to say that I almost feel like this is a graduation ceremony. I should be standing up here handing out master's degrees and PhDs to all the people on Fort Myers Beach that know so much about road projects these days, and could certainly teach a class about it down at FGCU or any other university in the state of Florida. So anyhow, thanks to everybody for coming out, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, thank you very much. I'd like to introduce our County Manager, Roger DeLeger, for his comments, and to have him introduce our DOT Director, Randy Searcy. These guys are invaluable to me, to you, and the county. And Roger's got the really cool car over here, by the way.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. Everybody in the crowd who knew Larry Kiker, raise your hand. All right, so you're going to understand what I'm about to tell you. I came to work for Lee County in 2013, but I've been a county manager for a long time, and my first conversation with Commissioner Kiker was, we have to go rebuild down at Fort Myers Beach. And I went, nah, not me, pal.
Really?
Yeah. Really? So you know how the rest of the conversation went. Larry was a really smart guy, but if you were sitting across the table from one of these conversations, it was a stream of consciousness. I still have notes from those conversations. And they go this way and that way and around and back. Well, finally, Larry, as a force of nature, convinced his colleagues that this project should become a priority, and it was. Paula, I miss Larry. He was a great commissioner and a good friend, but not for him, this project, would not have gotten started. I want to thank the county commission especially. They really hung in with us on this project. In all these years I've been doing this kind of work, this is the most complicated road project I've ever been involved with. When we started down at the very beginning, the road was only 50 feet wide. That's all we had to work in. And when Howard started digging, he didn't know what he was going to find. We found everything but human bones, I think. It was just lots of others. I don't know, maybe he just didn't tell us. No, Howard's going, nuh-uh, nope. But Howard and his crew did a great job. Can't thank them enough. But the county commission, they really deserve a special thank you. This is a great group of guys who understand how to create good policy, and they agreed to spend about $80 million on this project. And as you all know, that's not chump change, especially in this economy. So thank you to the commission. I'd like to introduce Randy Searcy, who's our director of the Department of Transportation. And if it weren't for Randy and his guys being on this project, I just, we'd have never gotten through it. So, Randy.
Good morning. Thank you for coming. I'd like to thank Commissioner Sandell and all the commissioners and county administration for the continued support and vision for this and all of our big projects. I'd like to thank the town of Fort Myers Beach for the timely funding and pushing their water line out in front of our jobs so we can keep going. I'd like to thank other utilities that coordinated and adjusted their facilities so we could keep moving. FP&L, CenturyLink, Comcast, TECO, Summit, Crown Castle, and Lee County Utilities. I'd like to thank the design teams, T.Y. Lynn and Jim Molnar on the early phases, Dan Craig with Stantec Cardno on the later phases, Tetra Tech, who designed the water line for the beach, with Brett Mesmer, and V. Lofton and Ryan Bell for Johnson Engineering for the CEI in the job. I'd like to thank Kay Molnar as well for selling Molnar for the public information, and especially the contractor Chris Tell with Howard Wheeler and Bob Koenig and Darren Brown and all their subcontractors, and all the county departments and staff, and especially our Rob Phelan, our project manager. Rob Phelan, Darren Brown, V. Lofton, and Kay Molnar were the heart of this project and built it block by block. And again, like others before me, I'd like to thank the residents so much for putting up with the dust and the congestion and the traffic switches and the noise. Can't thank you enough for your patience. Thank you.
And so finally, just want to, again, a sincere thank you to all the county and town staff, our partners, the Fort Myers Beach community. You never have to call me more than once to come down and say, hey, can you come down and take a look at this? It's a joy to be here with all of you today. It's an incredible community. Let's be safe. Let's be welcoming to those who come to visit. And congratulations to all the businesses also down here that, work through all the challenges. It's been a pleasure. So we're going to move over to the ribbon cutting situation here. Bessie will take care of that. So I'd like some of those that we mentioned, if there's enough room, everybody's welcome. And if you don't have a scissors, you can use mine. Thanks, everybody.